Nearly every woman will experience menopause, but for decades, science barely paid attention. Half the population goes through it, and yet it's been treated like a side note in medicine. Today, we're diving into what's actually happening inside the body and what new research is revealing about how lifestyle can help women thrive through it. To understand what's changing and what we can do about it, we spoke with Dr. Nicole Culos-Reed at the University of Calgary.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nicole Culos-Reed, a professor in the Faculty of Kinesiology at the University of Calgary. I have a couple varied research interests, but one of them is on women's health and the impact of wellness across the menopause journey.
Let's start inside the body. Menopause marks the end of the ovary's monthly cycle, but the process begins in the brain. Normally, the brain and ovaries talk through two messenger hormones called FSH and LH. You can think of them as signals from the brain's control center, asking the ovaries to release eggs and produce estrogen and progesterone. As women age, the number of responsive ovarian follicles drops. The brain keeps sending those messages, but the ovaries stop replying. The brain turns the volume up, flooding the body with more FSH and LH, yet estrogen levels keep falling. That decline affects nearly every system in the body. In the brain, estrogen usually helps regulate body temperature, so when it drops, the thermostat becomes unstable, causing hot flashes and night sweats. Estrogen also supports the brain's mood and sleep chemicals, serotonin and dopamine, so fluctuations can lead to irritability, low mood, or insomnia. In the bones, estrogen acts like a brake on bone loss. Without it, bone breakdown speeds up, increasing osteoporosis risk. In the heart and blood vessels, estrogen keeps arteries flexible and supports healthy cholesterol. Lower levels mean stiffer vessels and a higher chance of heart disease later in life. And because estrogen influences how neurons communicate, some people notice brain fog or trouble concentrating. So menopause isn't just about period stopping. It's a neuroendocrine transition where shifting brain and hormone signals reshape how the whole body functions.
Everything changes. It's a neuroendocrine phase of changes. It really makes this, I think, a very whole body experience that's going to happen to any woman if you age for long enough. Because it is just something that happens, it has been largely understudied, largely ignored. It was just expected and you're going to have side effects and go deal with it.
Historically, menopause was framed as a women's issue, a normal stage of life that medicine pathologized, yet rarely prioritized. Until recently, most clinical studies used male subjects only, assuming women's hormones made them too complicated. As a result, millions entered menopause without guidance on what actually helps.
Menopause has been so misunderstood and so not researched, partly because it is a women's health issue, and we know in general women's health is under-researched in comparison to other areas of health. Well, I think back to my mom's generation, I remember now her going through it, but it was never talked about.
But now, that's finally changing. Dr. Culos-Reed leads a major project called Momentum, a long-term study following thousands of women to understand menopause from a wellness perspective, not just a medical one.
So Momentum is a really unique way of looking at the menopause journey from a wellness lens. We've got people looking at this from a brain health issue, from a gut and nutrition health issue, from a bone and blood issue, a cognitive level, psychosocial, social and equitable lens. We look at the modifiable lifestyle behaviors of physical activity, nutrition, stress reduction, and sleep. Can we learn from what women typically experience or what they report to us over time? Start to put together this picture of what changes are happening and how might these lifestyle behaviors impact women's experience of menopause.
The good news is there's a lot you can do to feel better during menopause, and the research shows it really makes a difference. First, move regularly. Try to get about 2.5 hours of moderate activity a week, things like walking, cycling, or swimming, and add in 2 days of strength or weight-bearing exercise. Staying active helps keep your bones strong, boosts mood, and improve sleep quality. Second, eat to support your bones and heart. Make sure you're getting enough calcium, vitamin D, and protein throughout the day. A Mediterranean-style diet with lots of fruit and vegetables, whole grains, fish, and olive oil can lower inflammation and support heart health. Third, prioritize sleep. Go to bed and wake up at consistent times. Keep your bedroom cool, and try to cut back on caffeine or alcohol later in the day. Those small changes can make a big difference when it comes to staying asleep through the night. And finally, manage stress. Practices like mindfulness or cognitive behavioral therapy can help lower stress hormones, reduce the impact of hot flashes, and improve overall mood and energy.
There's so many misconceptions about menopause. I think the one big one overall that we want to start to change is that women can be empowered to live well through menopause.
The goal isn't to fix menopause. It's to give women tools to feel strong, informed, and in control.
One message about menopause that I'd want all women to know is look for the evidence-informed, evidence-based information that is out there and use that to guide your decision-making. Keep it simple. Engage in the things that feel good for your body from a physical activity and movement perspective, from a nutrition perspective. Get your sleep, reduce your stress, be smart, look for the evidence, look for the resources behind what's being presented to you, and try to be a really discriminate consumer.
Menopause isn't an ending. It's a new phase of life, one that science is finally learning to support. And when research centers women's health, everyone benefits.